So I'm probably going to say something a little bit controversial here at the moment, but why is it becoming more and more acceptable to treat actors like we're a dime a dozen? Like, if you don't want to take the job, even though it's badly paid, or the script's awful, or that, you know, you don't feel comfortable with the context of what we're trying to ask you to do, it's okay, we'll find somebody else. So it's either you take the job, because you're so desperate to take the job, or we'll find somebody else who's desperate to take the job. Now, are actors that desperate to work and to be part of a project, even if they're going to sort of lower their own moral tones? Now, the reason why I'm making this video, because it's come up with a conversation I had with a very good actor friend of mine yesterday about how he got a script for a recording session that he was doing like the next days, and he found the script so uncomfortable, the dialect, the text, and to be fair, like, he let me read it, and it was diabolical. Like, how on earth this script got greenlit? It was offensive, it was sexist, it was homophobic. And so he called him up and said, I don't feel comfortable doing this, I don't feel comfortable saying these words, so unfortunately I'm going to have to turn it down. And they tried turning it around on him by sort of saying, oh, how very dare you cancel us last minute, and don't you know how lucky you are to get a job like this, and there are hundreds of people in your position that would love to. And it's like, then if they're comfortable in doing that, but if you think that little of a performer, then are you getting the best performer for your money? So it does, because it takes me back to a few times where I've sort of approached a job and I've sort of chatted to the director, and there's one time where I was offered a free job. Basically, I liked the script, I liked the guy who I was talking to, and we'll have a nice little conversation, and he sort of let drop that he's got a £30,000 budget for this program, for this film that he was doing. And I'm like, oh, so where's that money going? And it's, I've rented some really good equipment, and I've hired a really good director, and we put it into the production costs and this, that. And I'm like, but you've not decided to spare any of that £30,000 budget on your talent. So everybody else is going to be paid, apart from the people whose face is going to be on the screen. Now, don't get me wrong, as a filmmaker, I completely understand that films cost money, but you can't sit there and splash all of your money on the production and then still expect the talent to work for free. And it was the same type of conversation. It was like, well, if you're not going to do it, someone else will. And it just, actors, we're better than this. Yeah, if you want to do something because you feel the need to work, I'm not disputing that. But know your worth, okay? You don't have to do it if you don't feel comfortable.